Hello everybody, and welcome to my next Let's Play, and it is that of SaGa Frontier. Before I get started here, let me do something here. Let's change, I forget to turn some smoothing on, make it a little bit better. There we go. So, SaGa Frontier is a RPG that came out by Square back in about 98. I think it came out here, it came out in 97 in Japan. It did really well over in Japan, not so much here. Mainly because of the gameplay. It's an RPG, but it's an open-ended style where you can just you can go anywhere. Like, the game it tells you where to go, but you can wander into places that kind of can be difficult, but it's a really cool system. I'm going to go into it. It's still your traditional RPG, but with a little bit of a twist. Now, the SaGa Frontier is part of the Romancing Saga series, which was a Super Nintendo game that I don't believe we ever got here. There's 3 of them. This is the 4th one. And I don't know what it is about this game. I love it. I have 5 copies of this game, and this is the only one that works, legitimately. All the other ones have just been scratched or messed up. I didn't take care of my discs back in the day when I was a kid. That was pretty bad. But as you can see here, we have 7 characters that we can play as. We have Red, Loot, Amelia, T260, Riki, Blue, and Azelis. Now, for this LP, I'm going to be splitting this up. And what I mean by that is, I'm going to be doing Blue's story first. And each character, like I said, it has a unique storyline to each of them. But the grind to beating their story, to leveling up and getting all the good stuff, is exactly the same. So the experience is going to be the same, in between their story stuff, me grinding, getting equipment, and showing off the side quests. So what I'm going to do is do all of Blue's, take a break, do, another LP of something, come back, maybe do Riki's or Zealis's, and so on and so on and so forth, to keep this game fresh so it's not super stale, because if I just ran through all of them, you guys would get super bored. I know. And, if I cut out all the grinding, all the side quests, they would just be like a few minute videos of storyline, you know what I'm saying, between bosses and stuff like that. I'm not going to do that, it just wouldn't be fun. I love this game too much to do that. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and play this Blue. Alright, the first screen is going to pop up with and ask us where our system data is. See, I don't have any system data, so we got to create a new one. And all system data is, please tell my name. Okay, that's fine. I know this won't fit unless I don't use spaces. Let's see. There we go. Zingfei. Nice name. Well, thank you. Tell me your sign. Wait, what, are you hitting on me? No, Taurus. Now tell me your blood type. I honestly don't know. This does absolutely nothing. It's completely useless. It's just something they put in there. I think it's quite funny. And all you want to do is keep your system memory, because every time you beat a character story, it saves it. And once you've beaten all the character stories and you've saved it on the system data, you get a little bonus. It's pretty nice. There's also some bonuses for, besides that ending bonus for beating all the characters. There's some other things I'm going to go over, but for now, let's just keep it simple. Load, load, load. Ooh. What's going on here? This menacing looking place. Chair, it still squeaks. We will now begin the graduation ceremony. Our resident professor will announce the graduates. After careful examination, we unanimously decide to award the title of Master Magician to Blue. Blue, please step forward. Blue, do you swear to remain loyal to the Magic Kingdom, attend to your duties as a Master Magician of the Kingdom? According to custom, you are hereby granted the right to leave the kingdom and travel to outer regions. Your first duty is to travel to the outer regions, learning all types of magic, refining your art to a higher level. You are allowed to use any means necessary for this purpose. In addition, you must, according to custom, pay your respects to the schoolmaster before departure. Okay, that's not too bad. Blue, you are the chosen one. Oh god, are we in the Matrix? Your magic is as powerful as that of your twin, but living in your brother's shadow, you will never be a true magician. Your destiny leads you. This very day, in another place, your brother Rogue also attends his graduation. Our kingdom does not need 2 incomplete magicians. We need a superior one, and we believe is you. Now go and discover magic's most profound secret, acquire its power, and kill Rogue. Oh man, we gotta kill our brother? I mean, what the hell? I mean, I love it. Just starts you off like that. Here's your objective. Go kill your brother. We hate him. Now, in this story's lore, which there is a crap ton of it, there was a whole book of it called Essence of SaGa Frontier, but we never saw the light of day of it. And that is one problem with this game. There's not a whole lot of dialogue, and when it is, it's not even that great. It's not like this story just drags you in. Unless you have the Essence of SaGa Frontier, you don't know crap about these characters' backgrounds, and the game kind of assumes that you do. That's just one of its downfalls. It's unfortunate, and there are some translations, fan translations, but I don't know of a complete one. I tried finding some information so I could give you more of a character background, but Alright, so this game is breaking up into regions. That's what these worlds are called, regions. That's quite interesting. And this is the world map only for blue. Everybody else has a different world map, which I'll show later. And let's head to Devon. We can do Devon or Luminous. I like going to Devon because I love the music here. Alright. I move? No. In Devon, you will find arcane and rune magic. Hurry, for you cannot gain any magic which Rogue already has. Okay, well, I'm gonna go over magic in a second. The reason I started on Blue's quest is because majority of the side quests are mandatory for Blue. The side quest in this game is magic quest. And since Blue's trying to become... Go away, Sketch. I need to turn those off. Because Blue's quest is to get all the magic, well, obviously, people need to stop signing on. We need to do all the side quests. Now, the thing with magic in this game is, like you were saying, there's some magic we can learn in here. You can only learn one type. There's always two schools that oppose each other, like light and dark, and in this one it would be the rune and the tarot. So you have to master either or. You can't master both. So somebody that has, say, light magic cannot learn dark magic, and vice versa. So that's what his quest is. Now in this game, as you can see here, we have a lot of characters that we can get. There's actually more characters than slots here. We can have 5 people in one battle, at a time, and this is your reserve slots. Now, I'm going to start going into some of the basics of this game, and the first couple of videos are going to be a bunch of tutorials and stuff, and afterwards it'll get exciting. No worries. Alright, so you can see here we got names, Blue, of course, we know, race, he's a human, alright. HP, self-explanatory, 125. WP, or Waza, I think that's what they call it in Japanese, just means weapon points, whatever. Then you have the LP, which is basically your lives, stands for life points. When your HP is drained to 0, you lose 1 life point. And if your life points reach 0, it's game over. Every character has life points, and if a character that's not your main character reaches 0, then they're out of the battle. They can't participate anymore, and they're considered dead. You can go to N and revive them. It's just rest, and they'll come back. That's not a worry. But one thing that's unique is once a character's dead, well, they're knocked out. Say Blue gets knocked out and he's down to 6 LP. Well, they can still be targeted in that battle. So every time they get hit by something, they lose 1 LP. They can continuously lose LP every time they're hit. So that's pretty bad. JP is Jutsu, which is your magic, what you need to cast magic. So that's very important for Blue. So now, before I go, I need to go over the stats first. Some other stats before I go into the next tutorial. Strength, it's the power, basically, of your character. It affects the abilities your character has at inflicting damage with physical attacks and skills. It's really important for humans with swords and fighting characters. It's really nice. Quickness, or QUI, is the agility of your character. It affects your ability to dodge an attack. It'll say miss, whatever, and how fast your character will act during battle. So then after that we have intelligence. Affects the speed at which characters learns magic with the help of gifts and the effectiveness of mechanical weapons, cannons and lasers and such. Next we have will, which is the accuracy of weapon attacks. Also, the higher will, the more damage can be done using a gun attack or a spell, as well as the effectiveness of spells, such as a death effect or arcane magic, of the arcane magic death. The higher the will scores, the more likely that you'll achieve additional status effects of the same skill, like petrify effects, the petrify effect of a cockatrice or the stun effect of an arrow throw. It's really nice. So basically, you know, if you use air throw, it increases the chance of it landing, of stun actually working. Psychic, or PSY, is not the sinker, no. The resistance your character has of avoiding negative status ailments. It's not that good. Vitality, it's supposed to be your resistance towards attack and sleep status. That's kind of weird. Lastly is Charm. It's useless, don't worry about it. It's supposed to be your resistance against Charm. Defense is, well, your resistance against physical attacks. The higher defense, the less damage you take. The only way to increase your defense is by equipping armor. That's pretty self-explanatory. Up in the top right, you can see that it has a sword and a staff icon, and the staff icon is indicated with the red. That's your magic abilities, which I'm going to go into here. Well, no, not this. There we go. You can see we have 4 skills, and the more magic skills you have, that red bar will fill up more of the meter up top. And if you have over 6 magic skills, you'll become a master, and your skills will cost 1 less MP, or jutsu. As you can see, energy chain will basically become 0 if we can learn 2 more skills. This skill right here is useless. It's supposed to be a story skill, but it's crap. We don't need it. Implosion and Psycho Armor, it's pretty nice. Now how magic is learned is just by completing battles. You just keep fighting and eventually they'll learn more. You use more, like, if you use Energy Chain and all these here, which is all part of the Realm Magic, the more Realm Magic you use, the more chance you have of learning Realm Magic. Self-explanatory. And now I'm going to go over something I want to do to this game. New to my LP. This is a little tutorial, and, well, there's a lot of characters in this game, and there are some characters that are bad. So, I mean, they're not terrible. Every character is viable, but there are definitely, like, top-tier characters that you are just must-have. You can play any way you want, but I thought I would just point them out to you guys. So, here is the first of a few tutorials I've made for you guys. I'm going to show a character screen every time we recruit a new character. This screen will tell you how a character grows and what skills are most easily learned by them. So in the bottom left we have stat growth bonuses. Unlike in most RPGs, you don't get experience points after battle. Instead, you have a chance to get stat increases depending on what actions were took. I'm going to go over this more in the next episode where we actually fight. So basically, if the game says you got a charisma boost, then or charm boost really, in Blue's case, he will go up by 2 points. It's pretty straightforward. On the right, starting with gun and magic talents, this just tells you their proficiency in said talent. Blue is an 8 out of 10, so he's very good with either. I may give him a gun for emergencies, but mainly I'm going to stick with him with magic. Under that is magic gifts. This just tells you what magic they come with. Now, there are some variables that determine what skills that they start out with. Every time you beat a character's scenario and start another one, the game will increase most characters' base stats and what skills they know. For instance, Doll, a character only got by red later in the game, starts out with Power Grab, Hide Behind, Fascination, and Phantom Shot. Those are all spells. When you beat the game, she gets those 4 plus Shadow Net. Then when done again, she gets those 5 plus Glass Shield. This process can be done one more time and then it stops. You get no more bonuses. So the last thing we got there is the Spark Talent list. It's divided into Talented, which means that they have a relatively easy time sparking these skills, and Not Talented, which means they have a difficult time sparking these skills. I'll go over sparking techniques in the next episode, but I thought I'd give you guys an idea of what he can learn. I'm going to do this for every character. Of course, the explanations will be a lot shorter, so you don't have to worry about that, guys. Okay, so now that we're done with that tutorial, we can move around town and just get control of the basics here. I can tell your fortune too. I'm the Skeleton Psychic. We have beautiful weather again tomorrow. Oh, okay, that was useless. Now, one of the first things I want to do is go in here, talk to this person. Welcome to the Lure of Ruin. What's your pleasure? I want to ask about rune magic. This magic protects its users by wrapping them in moonlight. To master higher spells, you need to acquire their gift. Since the rune and arcane cannot coexist, possessors of arcane magic must first give it up before they can learn this magic. And let's ask about the gifts. Collect all 4 runes in the various regions. The Hide rune in Kuron, the Victory rune in Shrike, the Freedom Rune in Despair, and the Vitality Rune in Tanzer. Collect these runes? Yes, please. You got 4 pebbles. Yay! When these 4 pebbles become runes, you are required the gift of this magic. Oh, thank you. Now, let's head over here to... No, not this one. This is just some stupid, useless... Wait, no, it's not. Okay, I was thinking of a different building. Let's ask about Arcane. Arcane magic summons the mysterious powers of the Tarot. To summon the higher Tarot, you must acquire their gift. Since the Arcane and Rune cannot coexist, possessors of Rune magic must first give it up, before they can learn this magic. Yeah, same thing. But this time, they're in different places. The Shield card is in IRPO. The Gold card is in Baccarat. The Grail card is in Yorkland. And the Saber card is in Wakatu. Collect these cards? Yes. When these 4 playing cards become Arcane Tarot cards, you will acquire the gift for this magic. Yeah, thank you. Now, what I want to do... I'm not going to do any battles in this episode. I'm going to actually try and get some party members. It's really easy getting party members in this game, and that's what I love about this. You can just choose whoever the heck you want. There are some limitations. Some characters can't get certain characters and yada yada yada. But here's the basic world map. Yeah, it's really basic. And you can't click this unless you go to Kurong. This is the main hub. That's where I'm going now. It's Kurong. Now with Blue, every time he goes to a new city, it marks it, it adds it to his region map, which we were in earlier. So you don't have to take the ship every time. You can just pull up your map and warp out. It's really nice. Too bad he's the only character that can have it. Whew, so much to explain. Alright. Well, you got your basic shops. This guy sells potions and stuff. This place sells gold, which I'll go over later. Like I said, the first few episodes is going to be a lot of tutorials, guys. Unfortunately. Now, you can do those quests in any order you want, typically. There are sometimes, sometimes this chick right here, she's a part of a side quest, but sometimes she won't respond to you because the game does a random number generator and decides what order you should be able to do them. And the last quest, if it decides that you can do, you know, the one in IRPO first and yada yada yada, like the one in Tanzer or whatever, if it meets the one in Tanzer last, then you can't talk to her or whatever. You get my drift. So let's see if we get lucky. Talk to you. Stay back. No? Darn, doesn't look like we got lucky. Can I talk to you? Hello there. Know anything about runes? No? Darn! Okay, so we can't get what I wanted. This really sucks. I was really hoping we'd be able to recruit her. But we can't at right now, so we'll just have to move on to somebody else. Let's see if we can do one other one. I at least want to recruit one character. I saw this guy use the steel pipe like a sword. The only sword skill that is in Wakatu. He must be from there. Where can I find him? He must be in Scrap, getting drunk as usual. What does he look like? He wears a headband and a t-shirt. Doesn't exactly look like a real samurai. What's his name? I think his name was Gin. Oh, alright, well, let's head to Scrap. Away we go! And since we haven't been to Scrap, I can't use my region map, so... Thankfully, it's all free to do this, unless you're in Scrap. Then it costs you like 100 credits to go there. It's like, what the heck? Now, one thing about this game is money is really hard to get, and money is important in this game, which is really strange. It's extremely hard to get, and some of the best equipment is just outrageously high, but I have a way of getting around that. We'll see that later. Now, let's go in the pub. Oh, look at this place. It's a lot of colorful characters. No, let's talk to this guy. Are you Gin? Huh? Looking for something, bub? Here, try some of this. Can you take me to Wakatu Castle? Wakatu? What the hell is that? I know you're from Wakatu. I need to get to Saber Card. Saber Card. Saber Chamber. Alright, I'll take you there. But are you good enough to get the card? Maybe. Alright, we got Gin in our party. And now I'm going to explain about Gin. So here's Gin. He is one of, if not the best sword user in the game. He's proficient in sparking all the greatest sword or katana skills in the game. He has really good strength, HP, and vitality bonuses. Plus his quickness isn't bad either. Next to his bonus stat is something that Blue didn't have, but I did mention it earlier. It's what skills Gin will start with once you've beaten this carry story. INIT, or Initiate, stands for Initial Skills. The 1 to 2 means for the first 2 runs through the story, he will have these skills. 3 to 4 means that he will have Fist on third and onward playthroughs. Over on the right, you can see that he is terrible at learning gun skills and magic. So for the love of all that is holy, do not give him gun or magic. I'm going to link all my sources in the comments section in case you guys really want to look this over. But does it about Gin. Before I recruit any more characters, I know we didn't get a whole lot done, and there was a lot of explanation. I'm going to end the episode here. So this is ZangFate500 saying, I hope you guys have a good one. Take care.